This is the University of Kentucky Mobile Testing Clinic instructional video. So we're going to start on the exterior driver's side first. And we're going to start right here. This is the Sure Power cord hookup. It's a double locking mechanism. So you'd have to twist it twice. Now over here, we have the fill up for the generator. And now underneath this first panel, we have the physical location of the generator in case you need to service it or whatnot. You would not want to start the generator here. That you would want to do on the interior of the vehicle. I'll show you that later. Now next over here, this is just some storage compartment. You can store stuff in here. Over here, that is the diesel fill up for the vehicle. This panel here. And this last hatch is another storage hatch. So now onto the exterior passenger side of the vehicle. This first spot is the battery pull-out tray area. Now you would not want to jump start the vehicle here. You would want to do that under the hood. But in case you need to switch out the batteries or you're having a battery problem, this is where the battery tray is. Now next to that, we have another storage panel. And moving down a little bit, here, right by the door, we have external power outlets. And further down the back of the bus, here's the freshwater fill-up. You just unscrew this to open. You could insert any standard gardening hose, and then you'll know it's full once water starts kicking back out. On the exterior passenger side, towards the back of the vehicle, this is the waste tank disposal. So what you'd first do is remove the nut and bolt from this black tube here. It would normally be right here, so you can get the tube out. So to get that out after the bolt is gone, what you would do is just twist this counterclockwise and pull out. There. So you can pull out the attachment piece along with the disposal tube. So the disposal tube and the attachment piece connect where the tube comes out of the side. You just need to line up the grooves and then twist. And now to the actual disposal section. So now this is kind of like getting the tube out, except for the fact you don't need to unscrew the bottom part. You just twist here. There you go. And now you take the edge of the disposal tube that has these little extrusions on it, for lack of a better word. So you can put it on and then twist clockwise until the tube is secure. You would then put the disposal area over where you want the waste to go, where you're dumping the waste. And then to actually open the hatch here and let the waste flow out, all you need to do is pull this lever out. And now the waste should be draining out. To stop the waste from coming out, just put that back in. And now to put all this stuff back away, it's just the opposite of the original process. So take this off, screw this back on, twist off the attachment. Back over here, go this side in first. And put it in the tube. So you just push it in, twist it back to the correct spot, and then don't forget to screw the bolt back in. So the first thing you do to start your day to power the clinic is navigate to the battery disconnect switch. As you can see, it is in the off position right now. Now, to start the day, you'd want to put this in the on position. Once the battery switch is engaged in the on position and the ignition has started, the rear view camera should have power. If it's not on, try clicking the power button on the rear view camera. Let's say you're now arrived at your destination and you're ready to use the mobile clinic. Now what you would first do is turn off the ignition, make sure that the battery disconnect switch is still in the on position, and then navigate over to the generator panel. Now to start the generator, what you would do is hold down the stop/prime switch for about 10 to 20 seconds until the light turns solid and you hear the generator power on. Once the generator is powered on, navigate down below that to the power inverter. Now to power this on, just click the on button. Now once that is on, you will have supplied power to the rear of the vehicle. To turn on the overhead AC, once the generator and the power inverter are on, first click the power button once. You should see the blue light turn on, and then click it a second time. At the end of the day, when you're done using the clinic, this is how you power down. You start by turning off the power inverter, then go up to the power generator and click the stop key. Now, if no one will be driving the vehicle back to a different location after powering down the clinic, then do not forget to turn off the battery disconnect switch. However, after using the clinic, if someone was to drive the clinic back to a different location, then they would leave the battery disconnect switch on until they have reached their destination. Next, to operate the overhead fan vent, what you would first do is unscrew the top hatch. There you go. Counterclockwise to open, clockwise to close. And navigate to this knob. The number is nothing but the intensity. There you go. The intensity of the fan speed. So I'm just going to go to max for this demonstration. Actually, I'm not. I'm just going to go to 1 for this demonstration. And this third switch here controls the direction of the fan, whether you want it to like fan down or fan out. You can control that here. And don't forget to power it back down by going to 0, and then close this by rotating this clockwise. There you go. Here's the bathroom ceiling vent. Now to operate this, all you do is push the red button to power on, and then push it again to power off. For the floor heaters, twist all the way to the left to keep it powered off, but to power on, switch to the right. The further right, the more open the heat vent is. In order to use the wheelchair lift on this vehicle, first you need to make sure the power switch is on, then make sure the ignition is on, then make sure the wheelchair lift power switch is on, then make sure the parking brake is on. Then and only then will power be stored to the wheelchair lift. Right, you know the wheelchair lift is on, and you can see the lights on the top corners. Also, if you don't see them on, try flipping the switch right here to the on position. You can leave that in the on position though, it doesn't really matter, the switch. On and off switch is what I'm referring to, but alright, yeah. So, to operate the lift, you have this controller, right? So you want to start by unfolding, and sometimes it won't work right away, but if you hear it doing something, but it's not unfolding, try folding it for a sec, real quick, just like this. And then you should be good to unfold. Continue holding the unfold until the lift is level. Boom. Now we're gonna hold the down switch to lower the lift. Okay, yeah. Once the lift is on the ground, now to retract the lift back in, you want to do the opposite of the procedure we just did. So we would start by holding down the up switch as long as needed. All right, now it's level with the door. So now we just hold the fold button. Alright, now the wheelchair lift is back in position.